gives me great pleasure to welcome you to our first annual Food Safety Culture event. And I'm saying that in faith, that there will be another one next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and that we will have an opportunity every year to talk about the human aspect of food safety. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Linda Jackson. I'm one of the 3 partners at Food Focus. Bridget is standing there in the corner. She has a camera. Be warned, she uses the camera. Bridget is responsible for the website. And then I'm sure most of you have spoken to Adele. Adele will be joining us a little later virtually. Adele has the privilege of living in Paris, not Paris, the real Dinkum Paris. And she's the 3rd member of our team. It also gives me great pleasure to welcome you on behalf of Professor Rake Lewis, who's sitting there in the corner, who is partnering with us on food safety culture, and you'll be hearing a lot more from him during the course of today. First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for being here. It's so cool. It's really, really so cool. I know for some of you, we should have handed out loyalty cards at the beginning of the year because I've seen your face several times, but that is just so cool that you've kind of walked this road with us. It's been a really interesting year, hasn't it? So from our very first workshop in February, thank you to the exhibitors that have been here for more than one event. Thank you for those of you that have registered for our conferences and have been to more than one event. We really do appreciate it. We really, really don't take it lightly. To the new friends, the ones that I met yesterday, many of your faces that I don't know specifically, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for trusting us with today. I know that this is an investment in your diary, so we're really looking forward to sharing a lot of good information. I actually can't wait to hear the speakers myself. It's an interesting mix today because I said to Rob this morning, one of our speakers, we have a lot of people here who will be presenting on the subject of organizational culture. But they're not necessarily food safety people. They are organizational culture experts, registered psychologists. Many of them are very highly qualified. And then the rest of us know something about food safety. And so it's going to be an interesting mix, I think, of knowledge today when the experts on organizational culture and human behavior help us to understand what it is that we have to do differently with regards to the technical subject of food safety in order to get the levels of compliance and engagement that we really need to be able to ensure that food safety is taken to a new level in South Africa. So it's really, I would like to at the outset say thank you very much to all the speakers that are here in person, for those that are here with us virtually that didn't come because of the costs that we would have had to pass on to you, but very willingly gave of their time to record their presentations and to be available to answer your questions if you have, by means of email. It's really so great to have the level of expertise that we can share today. A couple of housekeeping rules. As I said, we're on a tight schedule, so I will be herding the cats when it comes to the end of tea and the end of lunch. I still didn't get a bell. I was threatening to get a bell in Paris. I promise I'm going to get a bell because that always makes it easier. Please, in terms of safety, we are not aware of any fire drills today, but if the hotel does decide that today's the day, please can we all leave quietly through the exits and assemble ourselves in the car park, which is the emergency assembly point. This is obviously a non-smoking venue, so please be aware of that, and please make sure that you smoke in the designated smoking areas. The toilets are out of the room to the left-hand side, if you haven't already found them. Teas, lunches, everything will be served outside. Lunch will be going down to the dining room underneath on the ground level. So please join us from that perspective. For those of you that have ordered special meals, please be aware they will be separate and they will be labeled. If you have any queries, please won't you just look out for B or for Steph so that they can assist you with your meal options. Your cell phones, if you don't mind, turning those to silent, and try as far as possible to be in the moment, because I know they're going to want something from you during the course of the day, but resist the urge, if you can, possibly. Resist the urge, because be strong, yeah. You're here, you're with us, and we'd really like you to get the most out of it. It's a slightly different format today. We've got you in round tables specifically because we actually want you to talk to the people that are sitting across the table from you. We will actually have exercises and practical stuff. There is an opportunity for questions and answers at the end of the day. If the speakers are running on schedule and there's extra time, you're more than welcome to ask some questions. I'll give you the opportunity. But otherwise, please jot down your questions for the end of the day when we have a formal Q&A session. Right, I think it's now time to start this process, and so I'm going to hand over to our first speaker, Professor Lewis.